What's going on, collectors? Optical 20 here for another Hot Toys video review. It's an older one, the Dark Knight Hot Toys Jim Gordon, the SWAT version. I know there's another Jim Gordon out there, the one in the 2-pack, but I don't know, I just feel like this is a better version, although that one is more iconic, but this looks more badass, so I opted not to even get that for now. I don't need two Jim Gordons, to be quite honest with you. One is enough. This is the Sideshow Exclusive. This came out a while back, I believe 2012, maybe, 2011. I'm not sure. But yeah, this is the time where exclusive means something, where they're really exclusive. Nowadays, exclusive means it's not even limited run. It's just that it has something in there. I know that every year there's a Toy Fair exclusive, but this one really feels like one because the box is a bit different. As you can see here, there's a texture on the outer box, and it's a lot different than what they were releasing at that time, even the Dark Knight versions. This one just feels special. The way it's being taken out, it's not a shoebox type. Well, I guess it could be, but yeah, it just slides out, and it's just a fantastic box overall. It's just beautiful. This is how it looks like. So you just take this packaging out, and like I mentioned, right now you have this, I think Tank is an exclusive version, but he's just a different color. But overall they look the same. They slap a sticker on it, and now it's exclusive. You can see Lieutenant Jim Gordon. He's not even the commissioner yet at this time. But look at this, GCPD. Very beautiful, nice presentation right there. This was going for a high price back in the day before the Commissioner Gordon came out, and look at the bottom, it's just beautiful. Yeah, because it was so rare. I mean, it is still rare. It's just that you have another option for Gordon now, therefore the price calmed down, and now you can purchase this for around maybe $250, even $220 if it's used. If you find it lower than that, get it, regardless of whether you have a Jim Gordon or not. So it's the Dark Knight Lieutenant Jim Gordon. Nice right there. That's standard base, pretty much the same as Alfred Pennyworth, as you can see there. I guess the difference is the here you go, the color. This one is a bit grayish, and the one that came out, I know it's also Dark Knight, but it's more of a white tone than the grayish one. And he comes with a bunch of hands. I think this is the trigger finger hand, and he does come with tons of accessories. So if you are in a market for this kind of Gordon, yeah, you're in for a treat, because it's, like I said, it's a lot better. This is 2012, where Hot Toys were still pretty good. Open palm hands. I'm not sure what this hands represent, but maybe like a stop, or I don't know. I think this is to hold his helmet, to be quite honest with you, because he does come with one. Comes with a pair of those. So that's beautiful right there, and you can see it's like an older hand. So you can see the veins and some freckles out there. Beautiful, you see some texture, and he also comes with gloved hands. So one is a fisted gloved hand, one has the trigger gloved hand. You have the option. As you remember the scene where he stopped Joker, this is what he was wearing. He was a lieutenant at that time. I think he got promoted after that, so to Commissioner Gordon by the I believe the mayor. I haven't seen the film in quite some time. Shotgun, beautiful shotgun. It does have a sling, so if you wanna put that on his back, have him hold the handgun instead, that's also an option. You can see it cocks back. It has a long barrel. Nice looking shotgun. It's a lot better than what I have with Raiden. There you go, tops back and forth. And this one moves as well, so that's nice. Put it down, and moving forward, like I told you, you're in for a treat. He has an M9 Beretta, and this is one of those zip tie thingy. If you watch the movie, he does really have that. I rewatched it, and it's cute little zip ties. A little bit harder to work with. M9 Beretta. The slide, actually, I don't know if it works. I believe it does. Yeah, and then you can. Yeah, it does. Guns nowadays does not. I mean, you can even take it out. That's beautiful right there. You can see the bullet inside. inside the magazine. The guns nowadays, I mean, at least the ones that I had with Raiden, he has a automatic weapon, and it's not even, doesn't do anything. You can't even take out the magazine. There you go, and the little zip tie thingy. It also comes with a radio, and it does have a brand, unlike the one that I have with Blake. This is one's Motorola, so you know, kudos to Hot Toys at that time for that detail, attention to detail, and it's a nice looking radio. There you go. I'm gonna zoom in, and you can see it is branded Motorola. I know in Jim Gordon, Blake, it doesn't have that brand, I guess, for licensing. Does it even say Motorola? I think it does. I hope it does. They're not knockoff or anything. So, you know, I shot this video a long time, and I'm contemplating whether I'm gonna release it or not, because the figure is so old and there's tons of reviews out there. But I'm hoping you would want to hear my thoughts on it. So maybe if anyone still hasn't picked it up, you know, it would listen to me, or just consider this video. I don't know. You don't need to listen to me. What do I know? And here's one thing that I do like about this figure is there's so many configurations that you can give him without glasses. The head sculpt is phenomenal, but that glasses is, you can put that in, you know, when you open up his jacket. You know, this is the SWAT glasses, more of a tactical glasses that he does have. So you can put this on as well. This is what he was wearing. No, he was wearing the goggles, but yeah, when he was you know, in a SWAT uniform, which he is in this case. So that's a good alternative right there. You know, I like the fact that you can mix it up and give him different looks, even though, and the uniform, it's beautiful. You can open it up, close it up. Everything's possible with this figure. It's just amazing. And he comes with this goggles, which are actually functional. They're not just for display only, unlike the helmet that you're gonna get. That's kind of silly, to be quite honest, but yeah, he does have this goggles. Pretty cool. Kind of like with Barney Ross. It doesn't have the brand ESS because, you know, ESS mostly for tactical. But this one, and I don't know why they didn't put an ESS, you know, the branded one. And this is the helmet. It's a bit small. It's kind of silly, to be quite honest with you, to even include this. I mean, I'm glad they included this. They could have left it out, but I just wish that it was wearable. You know, if they gave us another head sculpt, a removable hairpiece or something, it's, you know, that would have been nice, but they didn't. So this is more of a prop. You know, you're just gonna have him hold it or put it on the ground or something like that. So now let's move forward to the actual figure. The actual figure is just phenomenal. It's just a beautiful looking figure. As you can see there, his boots, it's kind of weathered. Knee pads, looking good also. There's not a lot of things going on in this figure, but everything looks tight. It looks nice. You know, I'm a sucker for a figure with a gun and something that looks tactical. That's why I do prefer the old Falcon, just because he just looks tactical. You know, more of a military look, more of a. Now with the Dark Knight, they're all about realism. So as you can see here, you know, his overall design, nothing futuristic about this one. Just SWAT gear, just badass looking. You know, he does have this, I believe that's this fisted hands. Looks like there's stitching on it, but there isn't. We'll expose his holster. Looks like a safari land. And also he does have a, you know, his vest is also removable, so that's beautiful. The vest, I mean the holster actually do work. You can see that little tab thingy right there. It actually slides up and down, so you can put his M9 Beretta, and it would fit snug in there nicely. And also that's a bit annoying, as you can see there. Sometimes they come undone, the Velcro on the back. I don't know, it's just not too sticky. But the boots is just phenomenal. Even though it's just plastic, it's not, you know, nothing, like not a special material or anything like that. But just by the looks itself, you know, there's mud on it. It looks dirty. Looks like different materials was used, but that's beautiful right there. And also on the back, he does have this pouch which has nothing on it, but you can put something. And also he does come with the radio pouch on the back, and it runs all the way underneath his armpit, and you can see the SWAT vest. It's just beautiful, and he looks good right next to Blake. Even though Blake doesn't have the tactical SWAT look, you put them together, it looks beautiful, to be quite honest with you. And going up, you can see the Velcro. The Velcro patch. It's nice right there. And it says SWAT, tactical, you know. I can't read it, but I know some of the collectors are having trouble with that because over time, especially when my wife actually bought me this figure, God knows how much she paid for this. You know, she doesn't know there. At that time, she bought it, and then the Commissioner Gordon came out, and I was like, oh my God, I hope she didn't pay an arm and a leg. She probably did. You know, she was trying to surprise me, and God bless her soul. Thank you for this. It's awesome, but you know, she probably overpaid for this. But that's okay. Not planning to sell any of my Dark Knight figures unless I really need so for emergency, if I need money. But if I do so, I'm anticipating that I'm gonna lose a lot of money because this is going for 250 or less right now. So that's how it goes. That's how it is on Hot Toys. You know, nowadays there's really no rare figures anymore. So there's exceptions though. Star-Lord, Rocket and Groot, the exclusive version is sold out, and I think the you know, not even but they're not going for hard price. At least Rocket and Groot. Star-Lord just skyrocketed. So, and the knee pads, you can see it is also weathered. As far as the head sculpt, okay, this is one of the figures what back in 2012 they're not that good yet, with the exception of this. I think the head sculpt is phenomenal. Hasn't aged at all, meaning technology wise. You can line it up with, I always said this is one of the better head sculpt that I've seen from Hot Toys. It's actually, I think, my top 2 or maybe the top 1 that I have on my head sculpt. It's just great. You know, there's some head sculpt which are good in some angles. This is good in every angle, as you can see there on the right hand side. The only complaint I got is, look, there's some seam on the side of his hair, as you can see, but it's not that noticeable, unlike if you've seen, which I would review as well, I forgot his name, Breaking Bad, Walter White, you know, and he's bald, so it's pretty obvious. But this guy's just perfection. You know, I can't think of anything that Hot Toys missed to change the figure to make it better. Maybe the eyes is a little bit overdone, you know, you can see it's, but that's nitpicking at this point. But it is beautiful. It's a beautiful figure, and it's so versatile that if you put glasses on him, he looks even better. You know, he even looks like Gary Oldman. And not only that, like I said, there's figures where certain angles they look better, and some figures, hey, you know, like the Bruce Banner, it's a bad example, but if you put glasses on him, he looks a little better. You know, a little meaning, you know, now he kind of looks like Ruffalo. But this guy right here, and he used the same, because the head sculpt is so good that 3 years later Hot Toys used the same head sculpt, and I'm not complaining about that, because like I said, this guy's phenomenal. You know, whoever sculpted this should just keep on doing it. You can see there with glasses, he looks great. So if you buy a separate head sculpt or something and you're trying to create a new Gordon, you could, and you just put some glasses on it, and honestly you can buy a knockoff and just slap a glasses on, and you know, he would look better, because knockoffs normally don't capture the eyes that much, but with glasses on I think you'll be fine. But if you buy a knockoff head, that would cost you what, like $30-40, and then you're gonna buy a body with a uniform and all that stuff. So I don't think it's worthy. I mean, it's worth it to get a knockoff at this point, because the other Gordon is running for cheap. The Commissioner Gordon, I think you can get it for like $120 or $140 on eBay. So, you know, you're pretty much gonna spend the same amount of money if you assemble a knockoff. So I don't know about that. So don't take my advice on that. That's a silly advice. But yeah, this is the tactical glasses. Still looks good, you know, as you can see from different angles. That's the reason I turn him around, just to see how the fit, and it's not loose. It's just, it looks all right. You know, it looks like it's a part of the head sculpt, even though it's not sculpted. And also the last piece is the this goggles, which it looks a little bigger, but it looks all right. You know, I mean, it's not no complaints about it. You know, I mean, it covers most of his forehead, which is not how a goggles looks like, but at the same time I didn't really put it the right way. You know, I could have positioned it a little bit lower, you know, like that, but it fits. That's all that matters. He still looks good. You know, I could have put the it has a garter around it, so every time you put it, it's like a nice fit. You just have to position it better than I did. You know, give me some slack here. I'm just reviewing an old figure, but yeah, here you go. Still looks good, you know. So what we'll do next is we'll put him in a couple of poses and we'll wrap this thing up. His body is just a regular true type body, so double jointed elbows, double jointed knees. Nothing would be hindered as far as articulation. Maybe on his knees because of the knee pads, but you can still put him in a different poses. You know, it's not really a big distraction, his knee pads. So as far as articulation, he got all of it. You know, there's no restriction whatsoever because of his uniform. This is him pretending that he just took off his helmet, kind of like walking away. You know, he's tired or something like that. Day's work, and him holding the shotgun. And this is fully loaded right here. He was wearing on the other view, he was wearing the goggles. This one is wearing the tactical glasses, which my preferred look. SWAT look right there. He looks just fantastic. You know, nice shelf presence. M9 hanging out there. It's open. I don't know why I did that. It's kind of silly, but yep, going around. You can give him any pose. He still looks badass, you know, with the SWAT version. This is him, like taking out his gun. I could have had the uniform open, but you know, it's like, you know what? Yeah, let's go for something a bit more. It's like he's drawing his gun. He saw someone, telling them to stop. Wearing his glasses. He's about to undress. As you can see, his uniform is open. There's like a little button in there. You can see that's the vest. You can easily take it out. There's both on the sides. You just and then pop it off overhead. You can. I think that's sewn off. Yeah. So you can open it up, but can't really take it out from that point. So you can see it's been sewn off. I don't know why. It's kind of silly, to be quite honest with you, to do it like that. I mean, I think you can break it, but why would you? You know, I wouldn't. And then you can open his shirt fully. I didn't do it, you know, not for the sake of this review at least. You can do it, you know, different poses. You know, like he's hanging out and he's tired, and that's pretty much it. You know, if you are collecting the Dark Knight, which I'm done because I pretty much bought everything that I could outside of the Black Tumbler, which I have no plans on buying. I think he's a must-have, or I mean, Gordon is a must-have, regardless of this or the Commissioner Gordon piece. You can have either or. If you can get both, that's even better. But my preferred look is this one, even though it's not the actual look, because he spent, you know, we know him as Commissioner Gordon, but this looks so badass that I just have to go with this guy. And he looks so nice right next to Blake. You know, Blake looks like they have a Gotham Police Department there. But yeah, it's an older figure. I wouldn't pay more than $250 for this, to be quite honest with you, in the open market. But hey, if you can find one sealed, maybe. And yeah, thank you for watching, and please like or subscribe or share this video. It really helps me out. And until next review, so see you guys. Keep on collecting.